If you need to do it, fucking do it. If you need to make it happen, make it happen. If it's something that you feel is on your mind that you need to do, go and do it. It is cold. Temperatures drop. Ugh. You know, your emotions and all that. You ain't got no friends. You know what I mean? Nobody to talk to. I feel like people have a rough time because normally, or at least typically, they feel that they need to have friends or people around them. Which is a distraction, of course. Within and of itself, it's not that having people is the distraction, it's thinking that you need to have people being a distraction. Thinking that people need to be in your life and you need to have interactions, doing things. We need people, of course. I'm saying that the desire to need people, not having people or knowing that you could reach out to people or going find people or, you know, whatever, you know, building something to make people see you or come to you or whatever the case, or you go out and do whatever. But like I say, it's hard because it is cold. So it's like, because like, I felt like I even thought about that. Like, I think that's why they created like holidays and stuff, is to get through seasonal depressions and stuff like that. That's why they created Christmas and stuff like that. So you got something to look forward to other than to control you. Other than that, but getting this fucking mic, man. Um, just gotta make sure. But yeah, you ain't got no friends. You feel you ain't really got no, because it's not even that you don't feel like you have anything to do. You have things to do, but you feel like you need to do it with somebody, or you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Why do it alone or something like that? Like I said, I think the reasons why people choose to, like I said, go for it, do it, man. If you're gonna do it, do it. I think the reason why people go to these moments is because of more so the desire than the actual things of people that, you know, are in, you know, whatever, you know, they're looking for, they're desiring and things like that. I think it's the want for these things when you don't have it that puts you in these states of like, well, I ain't got nothing else to, nobody cares about me because nobody's reaching out. When it's the reasons why you choose to want to go in a room alone and do things is because nobody, you know, you don't want to reach out, and you feel like people have to reach out to you. Like I noticed, because like I say, I've never really known what to really feel. I've always wondered and questioned, always just kind of looked at other people to kind of like play the field to like see, you know. So it's like, it's a little different for me because, you know, being alone, especially during like the holidays, birthdays, damn near any day, really. It's like, the important ones, the important times. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like no choice but to have to go through it alone. So, you know what I mean? Going through all of those things and seeing people do what they do is kind of like weird how, because like I said, trust me, I've tried. It ain't worth it, and it don't work. At least not for me. It wasn't my time. It ain't that, you know, it wasn't the time it needed to be. But you know what I'm saying, going through stuff like seasonal depression or things like that, and you feel like you're missing out on something. I mean, like I say again, if it's necessary for you to do it, do it. You know, realize the consequences, realize what you're gonna do to yourself, realize the harm and you know how much is not gonna be beneficial, and most people make it through. So living with it, is going to be a lot harder than thinking you can just get over it, or just realizing that it's not that serious and you got better things to do and think about and live for, and a purpose and things like that. So for you to think that it's necessary, then it is. If you think it's necessary to do something like that to yourself, to get yourself out of here, I agree. Do it. Make it happen. Don't hesitate, because it wouldn't be a thing and you would have already done it if it was real. So why not just move towards something that will help you in the end and not harm you and put you in a place where it's going to be twice as hard to get out of whatever situation for whatever lesson. Now, that's what I say all the time, because it's like, apparently people need to go through lessons. Apparently certain people need to learn things in certain ways, and they need to lose things in certain ways to gain things, in certain ways. So it seems necessary in a weird way to say, hey, if that's what you feel is necessary, then go and get it over with. But realize that it's not worth it, and it doesn't help you in the long run. Like I say, I've noticed a good bit of cases, people make it through. People don't actually go as easily as they thought they would. I've seen it. I've listened to them. I've watched, videos and all. It's like, I've experienced it. You think it would be just, and it's like, boom, boom, it's over. And it's like, it's not. No, it's like, it's not what you think, and it's not going to help you in the long run. I guarantee it. But, we as humans love to experiment, clearly. But, yeah, man. I don't know nothing about, the sciences necessarily of seasonal depression and all that. I just know that I've been able to be alone in a lot of situations where I had to get myself together mentally and keep myself mentally strong when oh man, I could be doing this, and the people who have that and they're doing this, and I ain't got it, and I wish I could, and if only I would have done this, and if only this could have happened, and I got regrets, and this, that, and the third, and now I'm sad, and now I don't know what was it. I wouldn't have made this video. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to have made the videos I made. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do. I wouldn't be able to talk to the people I've talked to, experience the things that I've experienced, if everything would have gone to, plan. So it's like, yeah, but there's a lot more, of course, that I can endure. It's nothing new. So like I said before, when y'all see it's like this back and forth when I'm saying like, I don't, like what is it? It's not really, it's just like, I guess because I've been so in my head so long, I don't know how people go through their mind through stuff, but like, it's me playing it out. Like, you'll see the emotions play out as I go. Like, I'm not gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna show myself on here, why not just show exactly what it really is? And there gonna be times where I'll be like, confused, or I don't know, or sad, or depressed, or this, and this is kind of the point, because I saw, shout out to Saint Uno, ATL, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I didn't watch it yet, but that's my thing, is like, I go back and forth, because it's like, I want to do, before, because I saw it, and then I want to do it, then, go back and watch stuff, and see, and compare, because I don't want to, like, use their stuff. I want to have my own thing, and then do the, which is the point of what I was saying, because like I want to have my own emotions and show it. Like I said, if I'm going to show it, I'm going to show the uncertainties as well. I'm going to show, well, this is what I'm questioning or going through. This is what it look, you know what I'm saying? So it's like those, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. I want to go through the thing and show you that this is what I would assume, I would guess, I would think, I would know vulnerability is, and actually expressing it. It's saying, at times I don't know, and I'm really questioning what it really is. And like I said, it's not really even me questioning myself, per se. It is more so me questioning this world because it's a reflection. Me going, well, there's a lot of things going on. Because I'm not saying, because I take it to me, but I have to also realize that this world is also at a gridlock and standstill right now. Because people are trying to figure out, they're waking up, they're getting out of these stupors and these things, and people are actually sobering and doing other stuff that are not plaguing on their mind so much, you know, and they're doing more things that will elevate their mind and have them be able to actually speak and things like that, and be comfortable and be able to relax themselves and stuff instead of having this numbing or stimulant or, you know, over the top stimulant at that, or downers and things, you know, whatever the case. That put these, like, it's like a, you know, it's like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? So putting people, you know, you putting yourself in this space, you know what I mean? It's a constant. There's so many things bombarding you that you're kind of like letting. So you have to realize that it's you bombarding yourself with different things that kind of put you on edge and things and confused. So like I said, people are finally coming out of this stuff and they're starting to actually see. So I feel like it's more of a gridlock because people are like, well, now I'm going to Jesus now because I've done all this stuff. And now Jesus people are waking up and realizing that they've been doing a lot of things that they don't need to be doing that they thought were righteous and right and things like that. You know, and everybody's kind of learning where they really belong. But I'm saying as far as seasonal depression, because I see this and apparently it's a thing. Because I don't know how many times a year, I guess I could look it up. This is what I'm saying. I could look it up, but you know what I'm saying? Apparently it happens a lot. A lot more than, again, we would like to believe. But I just find it, I wanted to say, because like I saw it, I was speaking on myself and, you know, make another video, why not? But, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. It's like being so used to, for so long, being in a space where it's always a thing to where I have to, like, and I guess like I said, it's a kind of a choice that I put myself in these places, you know, but you know, like I said, there's always a gift and a curse to anything, everything really. But it's like putting myself there makes sense, even though it's kind of like, because we need people, but it's like, even though we need people and stuff like that, right? But being here makes it kind of like a superpower, if you will, because it's like, what is missing out on things when I have me to worry about? Not even worry, but I have me to be with. Like, why? I still got this to worry about. Like, I still got this to think about and do stuff with. But like I said, it's a reflection. So when I say, man, I'm thinking, I'm doing, I'm there, I'm seeing people do what they do too. Because it's like, I've been there where I wanted to. And I still think about it every now and then, this, that, and the third. But it's like, I just realized that there's more to look forward to than it is to just kind of, you know, quit. But, you know what I'm saying? People need to do what they need to do, apparently. Like I say, man, just, you know, there's I mean, you can, like, always go back to what you used to do or what you used to think about, because you're always doing what you've been doing. You can go back to whatever you used to do, or you know, like whatever. If it was music, or you did dance or something like that, or you know, you are most likely not putting yourself back in your own shoes to think on whatever you need to think on, or do whatever you need to do, feel on, or whatever the case. More so than worry about other people. You're more worried about what others are doing and how that affects you. And because you can't be a part of something, you feel like no one can be a part of you. No one can experience you anymore because you couldn't experience what you wanted to experience with them. So, because it's like, but you know that if you were to do things for yourself, work on yourself, do things for you, people will start to like you. If you start to develop good characteristics and qualities about yourself, people will then start to like you and care about you and want to, you know, be there for you and things like that. But it ain't no reason to even go into that whole field is what I'm saying. Is because you don't know when it's people's times, unfortunately. You don't know when it's time. For anybody, I'm saying, naturally or whatever the case. Which, you know, I think it's all really natural to be, if we're really going there, but I just feel like there's way more to deal with. Well, you know, whether you're in fashion, whether you draw, I'm saying, like, there's a lot of things that you can put your mind on. Watch more of these, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, there's way more things you can put your mind on and do that'll stimulate you in other ways internally, that'll put you on a better track. I just feel like, other than thinking on, because you're just gathering more energy in different ways that you don't realize through fears. Because I would think we've all seen and realized that, like, fear is like the number one drive for a lot of things, and so we live in that, and we don't see that that's how we're gathering essentially like this death energy. But fear is like bringing that on. If you're in that type of mind state, it's like you don't realize that you're angered and you fear a lot of outcomes and different scenarios in your mind, and most likely that's where it puts you to end up doing things. It's a fear of outcomes and scenarios. It's just you going through things in your own head and thinking that you know that, like it's a weird thing, because it's like, it is really like selfish and narcissistic to go down these paths. It's just a little tough to explain that to a person, that that's most likely what it is in some case or form of fashion, that you're so wrapped up in yourself that, because it's like looked at as such a bad thing to be these things or things like it, but it's like, dude, you're so wrapped up in you that you don't give yourself time and space to break out, to get, just oh, there's a new opening, there's way more thoughts to have, there's new things to do. It's as simple as doing that, not oh, but how do I get myself? I'm already out of it. I'm already out of this. This is not. It's not even something to fight for because I can just take myself out of it and realize. I know it may seem like, oh, that just sounds. But Lord, dude, if I didn't take myself out of so many situations in my mind and in this 3D, dude, like, who knows where I'd really be? So it's like, I say, I can really speak on it because I've really been through it. But it's just fears of other people's opinions and things. It's just oh well, what's gonna happen next to me because now they see me in this light now. Oh, what's gonna happen because I used to be this way, so now I'm not like that no more. Or it's something, always something like that. And there was just, well, God, I wish I could, and I can't be like, oh, I wish I could, and some type of desire or thing you realize you're not getting anymore if you really look into it. You're just not getting it anymore. You think you're going to lose something. It's a fear, and that continues to bring you into a place that develops all that. That's what's doing it, and it's like that's what it's trying to break people down. And it's like, well, how do you get to the points where this is now in the 3D? Is because you're now developing it through doing it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like I said, how do you develop diabetes? How do you develop dementia? How do you develop? It's because you're every single day your mind. Like nobody knows how people think or don't think or whatever the case. They just do whatever to their body, whatever their mind, whatever the case may be. They just do it, but we don't know what that is. We always say it. We don't know. We don't. I mean, I don't need to give my energy to how you think because I don't need to know how you think. Clearly, if I look around, a lot of people are putting themselves in situations where they are developing things that they can't reverse or get things back from. But to have that fear is what puts you there in the first place. You're just scared. You don't know. Like that's what brings us to any part that wants to take ourselves out of this plane of existence. That's what does it. It's just opinions, fears, accumulation of things that put ourselves in mental states where we develop things. It was like, where else is it coming from? You. Where else is it gonna come from? Your actions, your habits, your continual things you do, you habitually do, right? No matter what action it may be, you can put yourself in a space before you get to a certain space to get yourself out of it. You can develop a mind that reverses things and does make you younger and have younger thoughts and more youthful thoughts and things like this and things that are more healthy and actually develop, good structures and things like that. And not, healthy cheekbone structures and whatever the case may be, to where, you look youthful no matter what the time of space age you're in. It doesn't matter because you know that the spaces you are in are developing to where oh, I need to massage. That, like, it's putting you in a space where I have so many things to develop. Let me look at the bags in my eyes. Let me check all up in this here. What do I need to change about myself? There's so many things I can look into. There's so many things I can be right now. There's so many things that I can get into or out of even more. Let's say there's more things I can get out of. How many things can I get out of that are putting me in spaces to where I'm constantly depressed or I'm constantly because and also fighting the fact that simply it is time to chill too though. Like it's not really like we are working with this world is and we are. So if it's here, we are too. We're working with this thing that's training us to be something. We're learning from these things. You can't tell a cloud what to do. It makes sense now. You can't tell these things what to do necessarily. They got their own minds and own things and own travels just like we do. You can work what you do. And it might change the clouds. Who knows? But you need to realize that it's up in here first. And who the fuck give a shit about them? We gotta worry about us, right? That's what I'm. So it's like, I feel like if you're there, there's so many things that you most likely are underdeveloped in or just not developing that puts you in spaces where you feel like, oh, well, let me scroll for 10,000 hours. Let me see what everybody else is doing and what they got going on and what they're trying to get out of their, their depressions and things with. Let me see how they're doing it. Let me try to get out of my depressions and things like that by looking at how they're doing their depressions, and hopefully that'll make me feel better about my depressions and things, whatever else I got going on. That's what I'll do. That's what will fix me. Not me going, well, if I fix that triple chin right here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I shave the unibrow a little, so don't do it. I got a little, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not something so, I'm just, cosmetically, aesthetically, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe internally, mentally, or maybe something physically. You can change or do something with art or something like that, but, to look out at someone else and not look within to put out something for someone else. That's most likely. Like I said right now, like I realized, so I saw that and screw it. I need to make more videos. I want to. So boom, I'm out here. Now I'm expressing. Now I'm getting it all out. Now I feel good. Now I'm able to chill and, whatever for me and do whatever I gotta do. Boom, we doing it. Now I'm doing it. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like getting myself out of whatever I thought just to get on here and just make it happen for myself. Like, it's about that simple. I would think. I figure I'd rather speak life into things, and then instead of taking life away from myself and then eventually others, I'd rather speak it out, speak good things, or give good knowledges and things like that. It just makes more sense. But yeah, man. What is that? What is seasonal depression? Like, it's because for me, like I said, being an introvert and all this other stuff like that, it's taking on the fact that this is what it is right now. But I've always been into depressing things, so I guess it kind of is. Like I said, it's always, most things are just different for me. Like I don't mind things like this, or not that I even don't mind it. Is that I'm so used to, I guess, and now I'm getting out of this energy, actually, if anything, because I'm so used to things like this, even though I do like the good sun and things. Yeah, I got too many of these to roll up. Things like that, you know what I'm saying? I think acceptance is really important. I think, I see just checking in with yourself is really important, and not neglecting who you are because you're no longer around other people. I'm sure there's someone to call. I'm sure there's someone to, something. I'm sure there's something you could do to get yourself out of whatever situation you're in where you think that's the best outcome. Unless it is. Yeah, I don't know. Unless it is, You can't hang on to people. They're going to make the decision. They're going to make the decision without you. That's what I'm saying. I've learned personally. If somebody really wants to do it, man, somebody really wants to, they gonna do it. Ain't no question about what. Ain't no nothing. I'm out of here. Bye. I'm out. I don't. Yeah, that's what's up. Trust me. Personally, and I've seen it. Seen it. You know what I'm saying? It's like early. So when a person says, no matter the age, I gotta say that, no matter the age, when a physical sentient being says, I'm good, check in. Check in. Or whatever, or realize, you know what I'm saying? Because, and sometimes it's a little hard too, because sometimes they're just really happy people. But if you see the sign, not even, because if you just see the signs, period, because sometimes it's going to be a little hard, because they might not say anything. But that's what I mean. It's like they might not say anything. They might just do it. So, but yeah, man, taking on hobbies, taking on anything different, new, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't, a new variation of how you used to do it. It doesn't, you know. But if you're not putting any gas in your tank, in your esoteric tank, if you ain't putting no petrol, you know what I'm saying, in your shit, you draining yourself. Thoughts and feelings. Oh my god. I can't believe he did it to me. I cannot believe they did that to me. How dare they? Oh yeah, man. And before you know it, what the fuck was I talking about? What was I stressed on? God damn near forgot. I don't even remember what I was stressing about. What was that? Ooh. It's like it left as soon as it went out. As soon as I you know, you know what I mean? Oh, wow. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. I mean, I care a whole bunch. But there's better things to care about, you know. It ain't worth stringing yourself along for others and their emotions when that's something they got to deal with. And I say it all the time, man. It ain't easy. Of course, it ain't easy. You know? We're not built as humans to have things easy, unfortunately. Or fortunately, the way you look at it. Because, I mean, if you know that that's what we're into, that's just kind of how it is. And you kind of just start playing life more so like that, then, you know. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. Mm-mm. Come on now. Break it down with it on now. Hit it with it now. Bam. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, hey, hey. Come on, baby. Yeah, man. And it's fun, just chilling. Just having a good old time. Relaxing. Fucking raining. The rain. Rain down on me. Just let your love rain down on me. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Who that there? Oh. But yeah, man. I take it on that you're not always gonna be happy all the time. You're not always gonna be cool all the time. You're not always gonna be just like, yay, I'm good. Like you can work with all of those other emotions and still be yourself and still move with life. Like I think what I see is that most people only try to operate on so many levels, and they don't really try to like realize that it is a much larger spectrum to live on, to be on, than just what you know to be. And that's not always easy to see. It's not always easy to see, but I see it because I'm not doing it. That's not me. I can see, just like people can see more things about me and the potentials in me that I can see in them, and they don't realize that they see themselves. So that type of thing, you know. It's just, I guess, the way it is. I don't know. You know. Yeah, B-side.